If you worked for 10, 20, 30, or even 40 years, you are not just being paid for your time and presence. Listen to me carefully. You are being paid for your skills, for your judgment, and for your experience. And retirement should not mean you are throwing that away. You don't lose value when you retire, you only lose your payslip. And that is what this video is all about, because many Kenyan retirees are sitting on something extremely valuable, yet they don't see it as a source of income. Today, I want to show you why you are leaving behind money on the table after retirement, and the simple blueprint you can use to start earning monthly income again without stress, without heavy capital, and without pretending to be someone that you are not. This video is in two sections, section 1 and section 2. Section 1, why you are leaving money on the table. Let me start with something important. Most retirees, if not all, are not where they are because they lack ability. They are where they are because their most valuable asset is no longer connected to income. There's a disconnect between what has paid them for 40 years, for 30 years, for 20 years, and their income. There's no connection. After retirement, life does not retire. And life is not free after retirement. Life does not become free. There are still bills to pay, there are family responsibilities to take care of, and there are still emergencies, plans, and goals that require you to take care of them. So, what changed after retirement is not your value. Coming to think of it, what changes not your value? The value that you gave to the marketplace is still there. What changed is the structure around your income, and that's the language that I want you to understand. Because for decades, your experience was automatically converted into money by your employer. It doesn't matter who he was, but your knowledge, skills, and experience was converted into money by an employer. And in most organizations, actually, this cuts across many employers. You are paid only a small fraction of the value that you helped create. For example, if you are being paid 100,000, the value that you are bringing in that particular time, that particular month, is maybe 1 million or maybe 2 million. So what you are being paid is often less than 10 to 20% of what your work actually generated. I want you to take note of that. Now, when that structure ended, retirement, the income stopped. Not because the value disappeared, not because you no longer ceased to be productive, but the calendar, but because the system that paid for it did that. And that is where money is being left on the table. You are sitting on years of judgment, you are sitting on years of experience, on years of practical knowledge, the knowledge and experience that the market still needs. Listen to me. But that is currently unused because you decide that you want to go and sleep. Your skills did not retire with you. They are simply unpackaged, because when you employed unemployment, your skills were packaged. You were given a particular role, you were given a particular job description, you were given maybe an office and a chair. So you were packaged unemployment. But the moment you leave that structure, you lose that packaging, but you don't lose the value in you. The opportunity many retirees miss is not creating something that is new, but reconnecting with what they already know to the people who still need it. That is why this conversation today matters. So I'll give you 5 points why you're leaving money on the table. Point number 1, experience is not information. Experience is compressed wisdom. You, for the time that you've been working, you've already made mistake that others are about to make. You have already faced problems and challenges that others are struggling with now. And remember this, that people don't pay to learn theory, people pay to avoid mistakes. If you come to me for coaching, you want to avoid mistakes that I made. If you go to any person for consulting, you want to avoid mistakes that they made. That's why I say people pay to avoid mistakes. What took you 30, 10, 20, 30 years, 40 years to learn, someone else wants it in 30 minutes, in 1 hour, in 2 hours, and they're able to pay for that. That knowledge that you have acquired for 40 years, for 30 years, did not disappear when you retired. That knowledge is still with you. It requires a little bit packaging and serving the people. So that was point number one, that your experience is compressed wisdom that people are willing to pay for. Point number two, the market has already proven your value. Listen to me carefully. If you worked for decades, the market already tested you, and the market already tested the availability of the work that you are doing. No institution, no employer keeps someone for 20 or 30 years if they are useless. I'll repeat that slowly so that you understand. No institution, no employer keeps someone for 10, 20, 30, or 40 years if that person is useless, if the role that they're doing doesn't benefit the people around. You are being paid for those years because you are creating value. You are being you are giving value. Now, retirement does not cancel the market demand. It only ends an employment contract between you and your employer. What does it mean? This means that you still have the value and the market is still there. What has ended is the contract between you and your employer. So your value did not expire, your skills did not expire, your pay slip, the one that expired. But many a times we think and you think and the universe thinks that your value expired. That is why after 60, after 65, some people after whatever time they retire, they go and sleep, thinking that their value expired. Point three, why you're leaving money on the table is that you already had clients, you already have connections. One of the tougher things that people who are building businesses encounter is having a network of connections, having connections. Most people struggle to find their first client. You already have clients. You already served people who have trusted you for 10, 20, or 30 years. Teachers served parents and students. Bankers served customers and clients. Engineers served organizations or their nation. HR professionals, they served employees and managers. By this, what do I mean? That trust already existed. Relationships already existed. They were established and existed. Credibility already existed. You are credible. Your relationship was already established. And your employer simply stood between you and the client. If this is the client and this is you, your employer was just in the middle, serving as a function or a joinery between you two. So you already have a clientele base. What people struggle with when they are looking for clients to serve. Point four, age is a trust advantage in Kenya. Listen to me. Age is a trust advantage in Kenya. Currently, today, age is not a disadvantage. Age is not a disadvantage. Age signifies authority. Age is authority. Age is credibility, and age is trust. People, let me tell you a secret. People trust older professionals with money. People trust older professionals with careers, with education, with life decisions, with advice. If you need advice uh, in a career or in any field, will you go to a younger person or an older person? An older person. A younger person may trend, yes, but older people are trusted. Point five, while you are leaving money on the table, the real problem is packaging. The problem is not lack of skill, because you have had this skill for 10, 20, or 30 years. The problem is that you lack packaging. Let me tell you clearly. The problem is that you lack packaging. Your employer did the packaging for you. Now that you are alone, the only problem that you have between you and the client that you can serve for continuous income stream is packaging. That is why many retirees and many people, even those who haven't entered employment, they keep their knowledge in their heads. Some try to copy influencers, others underprice themselves, others might overprice out of fear or out of other concerns. But the bigger problem that people struggle with is packaging. That is why income stops. Not because value stopped, but because value was never structured. Value was never packaged in a way that will serve the market. The same way you are when you are under employment. Remember, when you were under employment, you had a role, a manager, a supervisor, a teacher, an administrator. Your employer did the packaging for you. That's why you never struggled. But now, when the structure is removed, you don't know how to package yourself. Let's go to section 2. Now, what do you do? A step-by-step process on what you should do. This is the monthly income blueprint. Let me show you how the blueprint works. Um, this is a practical thing. It's not motivation. Step 1, audit the problems that you solved when you were employed, when you were working. I'm not saying that go and list your titles. No, because titles do not solve problems. Like, titles do not serve people. So list the problem that you solved. The question that people keep asking you, the situation that people came to you for, what is it? Don't say that I was a teacher, but reframe it this way: I helped struggling learners. I help learners improve in mathematics, because that is the problem that the market wants to be solved. Don't say that I worked in HR. Reframe it to I helped people grow in their careers, because at the end of the day, people don't pay for titles, they pay for solutions. Step 2, choose one group to serve. Do not try to serve everyone in the market, because people want to serve everyone, end up not serving anyone. Choose one group to serve, be it parents, be it SMEs, be it young professionals or organizations or contractors. This will give you clarity. Confusion is expensive, but clarity is where income comes in. Step number 3, turn advice into an offer. At this point in time, you should stop giving free advice endlessly. You package that advice. One-on-one, you can package it in different ways. One-on-one advisory sessions, group coaching, monthly Zoom calls, WhatsApp coaching, short guides or short courses. You are not starting a business. You are basically, you are formalizing the help that you already used to give. You are giving people free advice. So stop giving free advice. You are giving people free advice. Package it now well and start charging for it, because people are willing to pay for that advice. Step 4, price with confidence. At the end of the day, you have to be paid for your knowledge, for your skill, for your expertise. Your price reflects your belief in the value that you give. Underpricing does not attract respect, it attracts problems and challenges. Your experience includes years of mistakes avoided. It includes clarity provided. It includes peace of mind. So if you don't value your experience, the market won't value it either. Step 5, the last one, use one simple platform. At this time, you don't need to be complex. You don't need a website. You don't need to go viral. You need a platform: Facebook, Zoom, WhatsApp, referrals. You just need one simple platform, and be very consistent to on how you share your knowledge, on how you share your expertise and experience. As I close, someone out there, as if you watch up to this time, I want you to understand this, that someone out there is already struggling with the problem that you solved 10 years ago. Someone out there is struggling with challenges or structures that you implemented 20 years ago. And you can come in and help that person. Retirement does not erase relevance. Retirement does not erase value. Retirement does not suddenly erase the skills and knowledge that you've acquired for the last 40 years. You don't lose value when you retire, you only lose your payslip. The wisdom is still yours and is still here. So the real question is this: will you learn how to package your wisdom and knowledge and expertise and use it to serve the market? Or you'll continue hiding in the blanket that you are retired when the world needs you, when the world needs your skills, when the world needs the knowledge and the skills and the value that you've amassed, you've acquired for the last 30 years. The decision is for you to make. That's the end of this video, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. If you want one-on-one coaching on how you can package your knowledge and expertise, reach out to us in the description and we'll in the comment section, and we will be glad to help you package your knowledge and serve the people that you want to serve. Until next time, I'll be seeing you soon. Bye bye for now.